Rusty Matthews. And now, the starting lineup. First, the visiting Rochester Yellow Jackets. Starting goal from Minnesota, number 1, Elia McGuire. A junior from Severance Park, Maryland, number 3, Sydney Holmes. A sophomore from Alexander, Virginia, number 10, Natalie Santangello. A sophomore from Voorhees, New Jersey, number 11, Renee Turkis. A first student from Firecrest, Washington, number 19, Femta Lottie. A junior from Mosley, Virginia, number 22, Addie Burgess. A junior from Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, number 24, Natalie May. A first-year student from Bristol, New York, number 25, Ava Smith. A junior from Vienna, Virginia, number 27, Eileen Harvey. A junior from Jacksonville, Pennsylvania, number 28, Cece Vassallo. And a sophomore from Gillette, New Jersey, number 30, Claudia Ferrero. Rochester is coached by Ashley Van Beckton. She is assisted by Jessica Christensen and Sam Pelcher. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Rochester Yellow Jackets. And now the starting lineup for your K-Swiss Reserve University Spartans. Starting goal from Atlanta, Georgia, number 0, Allie Pauline. A sophomore from Washington, D.C., number 7, Kinsley Gutman. A senior from Upper Arlington, Ohio, number 8, C.C. Capino. A senior from Portland, Oregon, number 9, Maggie Farah. A senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 10, Alexis Sassow. A senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 11, Mackenzie Mueller. A senior from Columbus, Ohio, number 12, Julia Flint. A senior from White House State, New Jersey, number 20, Jamie Goldfarb. A senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 23, Molly Shama. A junior from Akron, Ohio, number 24, Kat Ruha. And a first recruit from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 28, Mia Rodriguez. State coach of the year before leadership head coach Alyssa Johnson. She is assisted by Ross Minnick, Scott Lindsay, Dean Ramos, Pia Sudge, and Emmy Henny. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that all fans please rise as really able to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Case Western Reserve University for today's Division III University Athletic Association soccer game between the Spartans of Case Western Reserve University and the Yellow Jackets of the University of Rochester. It should be a great game today here on a spectacular early October afternoon in northeastern Ohio. I say great because if you look at the matchup, at least number-wise, it is set to be something to behold. Rochester comes in, 5 wins, no losses. They have 4 ties this year, and they are ranked 13th in the country in women's Division III soccer. The Spartans of Case Western come in, 10 wins, no losses, and 1 tie, and they are ranked 4th in the country in Division III women's soccer. As a matter of fact, this is the opener of the University Athletic Association play for both teams, and it is all weekend for UAA teams. And if you look at the University Athletic Association, not only as an association, but as an example of national level soccer in Division III, they are at the top of the class as a group. Emory's ranked number 2 in the country. Case Western ranked number 4. Washington University ranked number 5. Chicago University ranked number 7. Brandeis, number 10, Rochester, 13, Carnegie Mellon, 16, and NYU, they're ranked 25. So the UAA has all of their teams in the top 16 except for NYU, and oh, by the way, they're in the top 25. It's a great league. Today is the opener for all of the teams in UAA play. Rochester's here, Brandeis is at WashU, and NYU's at Chicago. And then tomorrow, Emory's at Carnegie Mellon. So we'll really start to get a look at how this association is going to spread itself out after the opening rounds of games this weekend. Spartans in their home whites, gray shorts, royal blue, trimming their jerseys with gray stripes or silver stripes, whichever way you'd like to look at it, across their jersey fronts. Rochester in their navy blue, gold trim, white numbers trimmed in gold. The men's game was first today, and it was a real good one as well. It finished 1-1. Of the 90 minutes of soccer, there were like 87 minutes that were scoreless in that men's game, and then in a stretch about 21 minutes into the second period, both goals happened less than 2 minutes apart. Rochester scored first. The Spartans added about 90 seconds later, and that's how it ended, 1-1. Rochester comes into today's game off a tie. They tied RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, on the final day of September. Spartans with a shot on goal. Oh, my. That was Sassauer. It almost went. Boy, credit Eleni McGuire, their keeper, for getting that right hand up. She's 6'1", first-year player. She needed every bit of her 6'1" frame to stop that shot on goal by Alexis Sassauer. Sassauer with a bender with the left foot that was almost spectacular. Man, that would have been a quick strike. So the Spartans will have the corner kick, and they'll go in front, and a lot of head swings and misses. Spartans will keep it. They'll bring it back out on top. Mackenzie Mueller will bring it back out for Case Western. DePino far side. That was Farah that got her head on it. Rochester will control it. Stealing it is DePino. Cece with some footwork. Beautiful lead. Here comes Case Western again. Boy, Maggie Farah almost had an opportunity. Sassauer and Farah in the middle, and it almost cleared all the way to Maggie Farah. This is Sassauer. Alexis clears it out. Shot again! Saved by the 6'1" keeper. Wow! How about Eleni McGuire? McGuire with back-to-back huge saves. McGuire is not even time-wise their number 1 keeper this year. Sydney Moore, 5 games played, over 450 minutes. McGuire is second. She'll save another. Third shot on goal. Spartans in this end. It's a blitz on McGuire and Rochester right now. If you look at McGuire, she's played 360 minutes. Sydney Moore, 450. She got the call today, and man, the first-year player has stepped up. McGuire from Minnesota. She's given up 1 goal, has 8 saves. She's 2-0-2 on the year. Neither team has lost. Combined, they have 15 wins, no losses, and 6 ties. 5 ties. Rochester's got 4, Case Western's got 1. Yellow Jackets is trying to find their feet right now, settle in after that opening blitz by Case Western. It was an all-out attack that almost ended in 2 goals if it wasn't for McGuire and that 6'1" frame of hers. When she puts that right arm up in the air, or left, depending on which way she's going, she really was formidable. So Rochester will give it to Case Western. Spartans will throw it in. We're just less than 4 minutes into this one. Case Western's here today after a blowout win over crosstown rival Baldwin Wallace. The Yellow Jackets of BW beat them 5-0. Sassauer, left foot lead. You almost wonder if Sassauer should have just taken that herself. She let it out to Molly Shama. And Shama will now throw it in. Rochester's just going to clear it out. Molly Shama quickly in. This is Maggie Farah with it. Farah back to Shama, got picked. Maggie, ball on her right foot, sets up, and that's a weak ground ball. Easily retrieved by Lenny McGuire. Yeah, Case Western beat Baldwin Wallace 5-0. The Spartans have won 5 in a row, and they've won them big. 6-0 over Ohio Northern, 2-0 over Calvin, 2-0 over Penn State Barron, 4-1 at Mount Union. That goal that they gave up at Mount Union was only the 2nd goal they had given up all season long. The only other goal they gave up was to the number 3 ranked team in the country, Christopher Newport, in a 1-1 tie. This is Farah trying to run it down far right corner. I can't emphasize enough the beautiful fall afternoon we have here in northeastern Ohio. I ran into a mom and dad of one of the Rochester players in between the men's and the women's game, and they were commenting on the setting here at DeSanto Field and how much they loved it. The dorms outline the field, and then the ivy growing on the fence that outlines the track here. This is Maggie Farah on a break. Farah fill in the middle. Farah going to take a shot, and it's another save. Ho-hum for Eleni McGuire. I don't know if Eleni's blood was moving quickly through her body, if she was warmed up enough before the start of today's game, and if she wasn't, she certainly is now. There's nothing like getting right in after it. Case Western again. Sassauer in the middle. This is Shama on the near side, left foot, trying to lead, trying to center it, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice job running that off. Remy Cherkis. Cherkis, the sophomore out of New Jersey. This is Cece DePino with a ball on her foot. Zaruhouse back to Farah. Spartans dominating the end. Nice lead. DePino with a slide shot, and sliding into her was Eleni McGuire saving it. McGuire wipes her face with her shirt. She has got to be sweating out there. It's about 80 degrees today. There's a little bit of a breeze, so it takes a little of the edge off, but it is unseasonably warm for the first week in October in northeastern Ohio. This is Shama going to come up and look for the interception. Here comes Rochester for the first time in the Case Western end. Yellow Jackets with it, near side. On top, left foot floater, and it floats high and wide and out of play. Maggie Farah wants it back in the middle. Sassauer will get it to the middle. Alexis comes up, left foot pop. And if we're playing football, that is a extra point that's up and good. Rochester scoring-wise this year, if you look at their stat sheet, they've got 10 different players who've scored, most with a single goal. Delia McMullen leads the team with 3 goals, and Natalie Santangelo's got 2. And both of those players, along with Hannah Nagashima, lead the team in points with 7 and 6 and 6. They've got 13 goals on the year, Rochester does, from 10 different players. On the flip side, and I think you've seen a little bit of the evidence of it, although there hasn't been a goal scored, but the aggressive offense of Case Western Reserve, the Spartans have scored 46 goals this year. And leading the way for them is Maggie Farah. She's got 10 goals. Rochester's in control in the Spartan end. Little give and goal, looking for a centering pass, and it comes out wide. That's Maggie Farah trying to chase it down. Goldfarb will control for the moment. Or that was Shama, rather, not Goldfarb. Here comes Sassauer. And Rochester will clear it out. That was Eileen Harvey, a defender. Sydney Holmes, far side of the field. To the middle to Santangelo, and Case Western will kick it the other way. It's a foot race. Bodies down, whistle blown. And Rochester's going to have the ball back. 11 and a half minutes gone in this opening period. No score, although the Spartans have up to the blood pressure of Rochester early. Holmes again, left foot, tries to find the middle, does. And a small and slow grounder by Natalie Santangelo into the hands of Ellie Palian. Palian in goal for the Spartans, and she's a good one. Ellie in 990 minutes. Nobody's played a minute in goal other than Ellie Palian. Has given up 2 goals this year. She is 10-0-1 in goal. Elian was the National Player of the Month. Not Conference Player of the Month, not Region Player of the Month, National Player of the Month for her work in goal. in the month of September. The United States soccer coaches selected Palian for the month of September. That's Goldfarb. Jamie trying to get the ball back for the Spartans. Goldfarb is aggressive. Number 20, the most physical player on that Spartan team. Actually, head coach Alyssa Johnson would love it if more of her teammates would have a little bit of that rub off. Goldfarb on the ball now. Kicking it out is Mia Medrovic. Medrovic, one of those very, very good defenders. Medrovic plays nearly every minute of every game. Kinsley Gutman, who's back there too, number 7, same. Gutman's never off the field. This is her with the ball on her foot. Long lead, and this is going to be an offsides. Season started for Case Western back on August 29th. They took on Franciscan right here at DeSanto Field. They won 7-0. As a matter of fact, in their first 4 games, they won their first 5 before they tied Christopher Newport. In their first 4, they outscored their opponents 25-0. It's Farah with a lead, and Rochester will kick it out near side. It certainly drew them national attention, but what really drew them national attention was on September 12th, they traveled to Christopher Newport, and Newport was ranked 3rd in the country, rarely scored on. Past national champions, and the Spartans tied them 1-1. In a game that Case Western thought they had won, they gave up a goal late, and obviously we're upset about it. So that solidified any national talk of this Spartan women's team by going to Christopher Newport, taking on the number 3 team in the country and giving them everything they wanted and more. And they haven't looked back. The real test, though, I think, starts today with number 13 Rochester, and it continues against all their other UAA opponents, because this league, as I've said, is loaded. Ava Schmidt with the ball. Schmidt in the middle. Schmidt still with it. Launches a left footer, and it's kicked back out by Gutman in Zaruhaus. Rochester has certainly settled in. The first 4 or 5 minutes, set up, left foot or right foot, and it's good. Talk about settling in. Natalie Santangelo had an open look, settled in her foot, and planted one. That is rare air, what Santangelo has just done. Get one by Ellie Palian. And it's 1-0. That is only the 3rd goal of the year scored on this Case Western Reserve defense. Shama coming right back at it for Case Western. So at 28-15 in the first period, it was Santangelo with the goal for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, there's a great example of one team dominating at least, time of possession in an opponent's end and not coming away with a goal. And then the other team with limited opportunities getting one and taking advantage of it. Sassauer trying to find somebody. Flynn will put it in the middle. Shama's going to come over and win it. Long, Goldfarb with a left foot lead. Boy, Jamie Goldfarb really got some muscle into that one.
Organize yourselves. There's players open in the midfield.
The difference so far is the young woman who just kicked the ball. Eleni McGuire, the keeper for Rochester. Nice spin at midfield. That was Hannah Nagashima. Santangelo in the corner, far corner, and she dribbled it out of bounds. Pulled it back and pulled it a little too hard. It's hot out there. I saw Jamie Goldfarb wiping the sweat off her face with her jersey. It is a warm, warm midday October day. This is DePino. 20 minutes gone in this first period. Spartans have given up a goal. That is something I have not said very often. As a matter of fact, I haven't said it at all because that's their first goal that they've given up at home all year long. Both goals they've given up were both on the road, one at Mount Union and one at Christopher Newport. Sassauer off her head. DePino trying to control it, and she does.
Entering the game for Rochester, number 12,
Rhea Kandaren, a senior forward out of East Brunswick, New Jersey, now in the game for Rochester. Rhea wears number 13. This is DePino, who will kick it for Case Western. In the middle, and Mackenzie Mueller had a foot on it, a left foot, number 11. Spartans just not able to knock it in. Doing a lot of knocking, nothing's going in. Goldfarb, that's Farah. Maggie plants, looking to plant, still looking to plant, lost the ball. Farah had a moment. She's their leading goal scorer, so certainly Maggie knows what she's doing, but it's almost like she wasted too much time trying to get in the right spot. This is Shama with it. Molly with a left foot, and it got Knocked out of bounds. Putting her body in front of it was Ava Schmidt. Both teams have got to be spent at this point. It has been nonstop. There hasn't been a lot of deliberate passing where you just kind of spread the field and have spacing and just kind of control the ball. It has been up and down. So Shama with the corner kick. And here we go. Nice corner kick, and it's controlled by Cici DePino. Still up front. And Rochester's going to get the ball. Rochester on the year came into today's game allowing only 67 attempts at the goal, and only 5 of them have ever went in. And Case Western came in as far as shots on goal, shot attempts, 313. 46 of those were considered, well, 159 were considered actual shots on goal, 313 were shot attempts, and 46 went in for goals. And I point those two numbers out, the 67 that Rochester defensively has allowed shot attempts, and the 313 shot attempts that Case Western's offense has attempted. It's a huge disparity. But it's been a goal by Rochester that is the difference. Goals are hard to come by, especially when the competition is even. And the 1:28 minutes into this first period by Natalie Santangelo stands alone right now as a statement for Rochester coming into Cleveland and taking on the number 4 team in the country. Spartans will get the throw in. Zeruhouse will come up and do it. Cat number 24, a junior out of Revere High School in Akron, just east of Cleveland. Rochester setting up again. And heading it out with good defense was Kinsley Gutman. It's Julia Flynn on the far side running it out. Rochester's draw with RIT at the time ranked 24th in the country. That was midweek. They've yet to lose. Case Western yet to lose. There are 22 teams across the country in D3 that have yet to lose. And all of them are in the top 25. McGuire, who's in goal with the ball on her foot right now, has started the past 4 games for Rochester. So this is her 5th straight start. And in the 360 minutes in the first 4, she's allowed only 1 goal. So what happened with her early, all those saves, was no good fortune, no fluke. That's just the type of player she's been. This is Shama with a long lead. Sassauer, far right side. Left foot, didn't bend enough. Bent a little, not enough. 18:35 left to play first period.
Entering the game for Rochester, number 6, Claire Pam. Number 18, Elia McMullen. And number 29, Alyssa Doody.
Clara Bame now in the game for Rochester. Delia McMullen also in the game, and Alyssa Doody. So the Yellow Jackets with 3 new players in. This is Doody with the ball. And Zaruhouse will take it. Shama will come over. Molly will control, working that near left side like she loves to do. Spartan in. It's Abby Welker. Welker will receive the pass. Rochester controlling, and Welker will take it back. This is Zaruhouse, ball on her foot. Rochester and Case Western Reserve University over the years in the series, it's a matchup that has not been kind to Case Western Reserve. The Yellow Jackets have won, and they've won an awful lot. In 37 games, Case Western's won only twice. Teams have tied 9 times, and Rochester has won 26 times. And in nearly the last 40 years here on the Case Western Reserve University campus, the Spartans are 113-6 in 19 games in the last 38 years here at Case. So it's tough going. It's a left foot shot that sails high. It was Izzy Probst. Probst, she can play. I mean, you can say that a lot, about a lot of the players up and down this women's roster for Case Western, but Probst has really played well in the last couple of games. Her and Abby Welker come off the bench, and they are in the backfield right now, 35-39, or 35-38 rather, and they are a very good combination. Mueller stole it. Zaruhouse with it, near midfield. This is Shama. Molly trying to find some space, and she'll get run off the ball.
Good pressure,
Andy Silva checks in for Case Western.
Hang in there, Holly. You got it. Let's go. Yes.
This is Welker. Abby looks to the middle, and that was Mueller she was trying to get the pass to. Spartans with an opportunity. Ball bounces out. This is Welker, strong right foot, and right into the gut of Eleni McGuire. McGuire's made 8 saves in her last 3 starts. That was before today. That was before the first 4 minutes of this opening period, where she made at least 3, maybe 4. Sassower from Shama. Alexis trying to set herself up for a pass. There it is. This is Welker, and Welker got run off the ball. .12:35 left to play first period. Spartans down a goal. Natalie Santangelo scored with 28:15 left in the opening period for Rochester about 16 minutes ago. And that's been it. Nagashima with it. Hannah looking for a teammate. Kinsley Gutman, great job on defense, sends it back out. Welker trying to win it back. Sassower in the middle, Abby Welker. Now this is Molly Shama who will run it down. Shama sporting the green soccer shoes today. Neon green. Izzy Probst had it and lost it. Gutman. Off to Midrovich. And this is Zaru House. Gutman with it in the middle of the field. Mueller, now Zaru House. 11 minutes left opening period. Spartans down a goal. They gave up their first ever goal this year at home at DeSanto. They had been perfect as far as shutting out their opponents in home games this year.
For Rochester, number 14, Megan Anderson. And remains for Case Western Reserve, number 25, Ashley Liang. And number 27, Vivian Dora.
Vivian Nora now in the game, and Ashley Liang, both sophomores, both midfielders. Nora from Canfield, Ohio, and Liang from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Case Western in front of the net, setting up, right foot shot, partially blocked. That was Ashley Liang, fresh into the game, had a look. Number 4 gets number 13. Number 13's up 1-0. In the middle, Rochester controls. Outside, setting up is Anderson. Megan, long pass across the field, and this one will sail. And Case Western will get it back. That was Shauna Clausing on the far side. It just went up and over 1-0 Rochester. 9 minutes left in this opening period. Good passing. Bedrovich kicked it out. Rochester will throw it in. Shauna Clausing back in from Katy, Texas. Mueller kicked it out. Back comes Rochester in the middle of the field again. And that's Goldfarb for Case Western. Controlling, though, is Megan Anderson for Rochester, and the Yellow Jackets will have it midfield. A whistle on a push. Vivian Nora. Long launch, and well played by Ellie Palian. Welker in the middle of the field. Welker tries to get it to Mueller, and it's a little too long. Rochester had it, kicked it out. Spartans will keep it. This is Gutman. Gutman looking left. She's got Liang on the left. Now she'll go back to Zaruhaus. Ball kicked out of bounds by Hannah Nagashima. Liang brings it in, was looking to get it back, and there was a miscommunication. Izzy Probst thought Liang was staying. Liang took off, and the ball went out of bounds. Probst will send it out again. 4:50 left to play, opening period. Spartans down a goal. It's 1-0. So Zaruhaus quickly in. Cat's going to get it back, try to keep it. Spartans will. Nora chases it down. They go from near side to far side. Now in the middle, this is Probst. Izzy Probst, nice feed. Spartans coming up in the box. Shot goal! Case Western, Ashley Liang. How about that?
Scored by number 25, Ashley Yang. Assist to number 35,
Probst to Liang. And this game is tied at 1. Finally, one went in. Spartans had been threatening, teasing, teetering, tempting, everything but finishing. And they've done it. For Ashley, that's her first goal of the year. And for Probst, that's her 5th assist. Probst second on the team in assists behind only Sassauer. Alexis has 7. "13 Spartan players have now scored a goal. And that is their 47th of the season. Three minutes, 15 seconds left in this first period. It has been as advertised, entertaining, competitive, and awfully fun to watch. Long lead. This is Liang again trying to chase it down, and knocking it out of bounds for Rochester is Remy Cherkis. Jamie Goldfarb trying to get in there. Goldfarb still working. Jamie with the ball on her foot now. This is Zuru House. Controls. Gutman. Kinsley setting up her left foot. And there's a lead. This is Welker. Liang with it. Back to Gutman. Kinsley looking for a teammate. Ashley Liang. That's Probst, though. Good body movement. Izzy Probst does a nice job. She'd be a great post player in basketball. I mean, she can really use her body to keep the defender off the ball. And what I mean by post in basketball, that's exactly what the post does. They post up. They put the defender on their back. They keep them there. And she had a drop step that led to an assist in the game against Baldwin Wallace that was outstanding. Minute 25 left, first period. It's tied at 1. Case Western with another opportunity, and Rochester will clean it out. Spartans coming right back, though. Mueller trying to save it. Goldfarb with a header. Mueller trying to get in there. Jamie Goldfarb. We're at a minute, 60 seconds left.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Boy, the Spartans have got to feel good about tying this game up because they had had so many opportunities early in that period that were just denied by Eleni McGuire. I mean, give Rochester credit, specifically their goalkeeper, but had to be frustrating for Case Western. Rochester trying to get one on the board, sneak one on the board. Here in the last 15 seconds. 10 seconds left.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will wrap up the first period. It was fun. 2 goals, one by each team. Natalie Santangelo scored 28 minutes and 15 seconds into the period for Rochester, gave them a 1-0 lead. And then Ashley Liang on a beautiful feed from Izzy Probst with 4 minutes left in the first period, scored and tied the game at 1. That's where we stand. Take a 15-minute break. We'll be back for the second and final period in 15 minutes from DeSanto Field.
TSN Sports, Enterprise Mobility, Barron's Bus Lines, Homeland Fatigue Management Company, F-Buddy Contracting, Field Turf, T-Bank Capital Markets, Hometown Trolley Green, Meyer Fairfax Market, SP Plus, and Bowman Electric and Technology.
About ready to go here in the second period from DeSanto Field in a 1-1. Spectacular showcase between two of the top-ranked teams in the country. Fired up and ready to roll here in the second period. Goalkeepers in that first period, Ellie Palian for Case Western gave up a goal, had 2 saves. And Eleni McGuire gave up a goal and had 4 saves. And those 4 saves, at least 3 of them were of the spectacular fashion. This is Rochester with the ball to begin this second period. Case Western got off 13 shots in that opening period compared to 5 for Rochester, but Rochester was efficient. 5 shots, they got the 1 goal. Sassower in the middle to DePino, and that's Jamie Goldfarb that came up and got it. Far side of the field, that's Molly Shama, left side. Shama trying to set up her left foot. Shama still running. Molly Shama got it picked. Boy, dropped her shoulder, tried to get inside, and kept it maybe a little bit too long. Mueller running defense on that far side for Case Western. Her and Zeruhouse. Zeruhouse up with it midfield. Sydney Holmes had it for Rochester, got it back. Here come the Yellow Jackets on the attack. In front of us is Claudia Ferreira. Cherkis, Remy, ball on her foot. Middle of the field now to Cece Vassilo. Rochester picked by Gutman, Kinsley Gutman. Outstanding on the defensive end for Case Western. This is Holmes for Rochester. This will be Claudia Ferreira, who will put toe to ball for the Yellow Jackets. 1-1 game. Early moments of the second period. Rochester in control, near side. And the shot sails. Never really had a chance. Credit the defense of Mia Medrovich for keeping Rochester, for really getting a clean look at it. It was Ava Schmidt that took the shot. This is Flynn. Mueller now with it. Clears it down the field. Farrell will chase it down. Maggie with it with a step. Maggie, right foot, looking to plant and send it. Left foot does, and it's picked. Maggie tried to get it back. Spartans will keep it. Try to work it back inside. Sassower up to Farah. Maggie going to try to save it. Cleans it. Shot over the middle. Passing. Molly Shama with it off the top rail. Well, you could hear the O's and the oohs and the ahs in the crowd because that was activity. Everything but the shot in the back of the net. The Spartans have had a lot of those. I mean, Rochester's outstanding, but if a couple go in, this is like a 4-1 game. They just not have fallen in the way of Case Western so far. And those are the games that you really got to be wary of, right? Where you get opportunity after opportunity and none of them are finished, and then the other team just comes up and just scores when you're not expecting it, and then suddenly you're on the losing end. Sassower going to try to chase this down. Alexis has got it in the far right corner. Centering pass, it's a good one, and DePino was in front of the net, but in front of her was a Rochester defender, and Cece could not quite get to the ball. Sassower with it. Alexis with a lead pass that Farah cannot chase down. Holmes fighting with, I think it's Molly Shama for control of the ball. And Rochester will get it. Sydney Holmes, the junior forward for Rochester, and Molly Shama were tied up in that one. Far side to near side, ball on her foot's Claudia Farrar. And again, I didn't need to say a word. You could hear the roar of the crowd. It was rising like the swale of a wave.
Let's go, White. Win it first.
Boy, it's a great day to be outside and doing anything in northeastern Ohio. And if you're a Spartan soccer fan and you're here at DeSanto, it's even better. Sitting in the stands, watching a game against two of the top teams in the country. In a 1-1 draw right now. Shama controls it to Farah. Maggie with it. Kicks it back to Mueller, who kicks a long lead to Molly Shama. What a pass. What a kick. This is Shama with the ball on her foot. Molly trying to get that left foot into it. And running her off defensively are the Yellow Jackets. Shama's going to get the corner kick. Spartans tried to add their second goal of the day and take the 2-1 lead.
Taking the corner, number
This is Sassower, and she'll lead it to Shama. Molly being picked up defensively. I think it's Femke Lottie out there on her. It's hard to see her number across the field, but coming up for the pick is DePino. Cece, ball on her foot. DePino still with it. Working her way in. Farah, long shot off the top of the post. Farah again, Sassower. Julia Flynn, center. Sassower left foot. Oh, wow. Nothing. Oh, my. You just got to laugh. How did nothing happen there if you're a Spartan fan? Eleni McGuire, his head is on a swivel in that sequence. Oh, man. Zerurhaus with a steal. Goldfarb in the middle of the field. Probst try to get it. Rochester will keep it. This is Holmes off her chest. Holmes on that far side fighting with Andy Silva for control of the ball. Rochester will keep it, and Holmes will throw it in. Nope, not going to be Holmes. She'll receive it. Now it'll be Andy Silva's turn. I guarantee you that that Alyssa Johnson, the Spartan leader, their head coach, is really hoping that they score a goal. Sassower in the middle of the field. Alexis, because, man, they have been so close so often. Right foot launch, high shot, tipped partially. Top of the post, a little floater, and it does not drop in. That was Andy Silva with the first look at it. And again, they list her at 6'1". Eleni McGuire, the first-year keeper for Rochester, she's playing like she's 6'10". Strong and confident. Gutman trying to control it. Kinsley still trying to get that ball out of there. She won't. Rochester with it. Julia Flynn bodying up on defense. Ava Schmidt still with it for Rochester, and Flynn sends it out. Rochester will have it in the corner. Schmidt, the first year out of Vestal, New York. she will kick it from the corner. She'll launch it with her right foot. In front of the goal is Addie Verdon. Verdon's at the top of the box waiting to come in. Here comes the kick. Verdon goes up, and it sails over everybody. Yellow Jackets will keep it. And coming way out of the box is Palian. What a match today. This has been very entertaining. 29 minutes left. Tied at 1. Both goals came in the first period. Natalie Santangelo scored 28 minutes into the period for Rochester. The Yellow Jackets took a 1-0 lead. Not only was the first goal that the Spartans have ever given up here at DeSanto Field this season, it was also the first time, and here's the Spartans on a break. Izzy Probst, right foot, try to get it back to her left. Rochester running her off. Probst still with it, and Rochester will clear it out. Not only was it the first goal the Spartans had given up at home this year, it was also the first time the Spartans had trailed in a game this year, home or away. Probst will get it. Izzy working that body like she does. She does a great job of posting up and just using her hips and her arm strength to really get her in a position to control and set her teammates up. I wonder if she played basketball once upon a time. If she didn't, she should have. Gutman kicks it out. Goldfarb in the middle of the field. Jamie going to try to chase it down herself. She does. This is Julia Flynn with the ball on her right foot. Alexis Sassauer had it. And the ball went off a Yellow Jacket, so Case Western will keep it. 28 minutes exactly left in today's game. Long time. Ball in the middle. Goldfarb. This is Probst. Probst with a pass up front to Pino. How about that? Cece DePino with the goal that puts the Spartans up 2-1. Probst with her second assist of the afternoon. This one to teammate Cece DePino, and the Spartans are up 2-1. Boy, DePino did a nice job of just settling herself. I mean, she got that ball, and there was nothing in front of her. She had a defender on her left and the goalie in front of her, I should say, but the opportunity was real, and she just stayed calm, stayed settled, and softly put it in. It was Cece's 7th goal of the season. She's third on the team in goal scoring behind Farah and Goldfarb. Steele. This is DePino again. Long shot off of the goalkeeper, and it popped up. Diving and saving it again was Eleni McGuire, and she went low for it. It popped straight up in the air. And to the credit or to the luck of the Yellow Jackets, there was not a Spartan around. McGuire's going to sleep well tonight. Flynn will throw it in. This is Welker with it. Out top, Mueller. Here comes Rochester. Other games today in the UAA. This is the weekend that the season has opened up for the association. Brandeis is at Washington University. That's number 10. The judges, Brandeis at the Bears, number 5. And NYU 25 in the country against number 7, Chicago. All of the teams in the UAA ranked in the top 25. And then tomorrow you've got number 2, Emory, at number 16, Carnegie Mellon. That game's in Pittsburgh. The Eagles against the Tartans. It is going to be a fun run here. Rochester in town today. Next weekend, number 5, Wash U. Then the Spartans go on the road for 3 straight games. Number 7, Chicago in the Windy City. They travel to Boston to take on Brandeis and then to Gotham. This is Sassower with it. Alexis, left side, trying to set something up. They'll finish that 3-game road trip in New York against NYU. And then they're back home against number 2, Emory. They'll have the Eagles right here at DeSanto, and then they'll finish the season, the regular season, in Pittsburgh at number 16, Carnegie Mellon. Goldfarb going to come up, take control. And coming way out. And picking it up is Lenny McGuire. Rochester took the 1-0 lead. They scored 28 minutes into that first period. Since that time, it's 2 goals by Case Western. That will go against Mueller for Case Western. Sub coming in for the Spartans, it's their sophomore midfielder from Canfield, Vivian Nora. That was Vivian who knocked it off her head out of bounds. Beautiful work in the middle. Goldfarb with a headshot. Mia Medrovich, the initial headshot to clear it out. Medrovich and Goldfarb, they don't really leave the field. Gutman just cleared that. Kinsley got her foot on it. Here comes Alexis Sassower. Sassower with the long lead that'll be run down by the Yellow Jackets and rolled back to Lenny McGuire. Here comes Rochester the other way. Claudia Ferreira tries to get it to the middle. Gutman picked it. Goldfarb trying to earn it back. Julia Flynn will. And now Claudia Ferreira will control it once again. Ferreira with nifty footwork. Chasing it down for Case Western is Andy Silva. That's Silva, far side of the field. And nobody in the middle for that lead by Andy Silva. 21-20 left to play. A lot of soccer left in this one from DeSanto. Near side. Kundaran goes to the middle, cleared out. I think that was Vivian Nora that knocked that out of there. Ball got in the middle and Vivian got it out immediately.
Official timeout or water break.
Water break. Couple of these today so far. As I said, the temperature is supposed to reach 80, 81 today in northeastern Ohio, and that sun is midday baking on this turf field here at DeSanto, and it gets hot down there. They'll take a water break. I'll take a break for a moment, too. We'll be right back. I just checked the temperature. It's 83 degrees right now. We're in October in Ohio, northeastern Ohio. Lake Erie is just more than a stone's throw, but not far away here from the Case Western Reserve University campus. It is unseasonably warm today, so those water breaks are key. Down goes Eileen Harvey, and down with her is Abby Welker. Harvey and the Yellow Jackets will keep it. And lining it up to kick it is Claudia Ferreira. This is Ferreira, number 30 for the Yellow Jackets. She'll launch, everybody will run. Good activity in front of the net, and a swing and a miss. Rochester had an opportunity. It looked like Claire Boehm was in there. But when that ball's bouncing around like that, your timing's got to be perfect. And it just wasn't. And the Spartans avoid a Rochester attempt to tie it up at 2. Boy, Ferreira with a nice lead, though. Welker. Nora trying to get it back. Vivian with good work in the mid. That's Mueller leading it out to Silva. Andy Silva with it, far side. Silva at midfield. Silva still with it. Andy with a real long lead, and Sassauer is going to have to run hard, and boy, she got to it. Alexis Sassauer saves it. Centering pass. Headed out. Return shot by the Spartans. Popped up. Goldfarb tries to run off the Yellow Jacket. Mueller sends it to the middle. It's harmless, and McGuire picks it up. 18:30 left to play. 2-1 Case Western. The clouds have blocked out the sun for the moment. A reprieve for the women on the field right now. I don't know what the temperature on the field is, but it's 83 normal, and it's a lot hotter on the field, trust me. Ferreira with it for Rochester. They'll send it back to the middle of the field to Eileen Harvey. And they'll switch sides. Welker comes up, disrupts that pass. Zaruhouse going to run it down. And Rochester's going to get it back. Sassauer to Welker. Welker back to Alexis. Sassauer on that far left side, looking for somebody in the middle. And deflecting her off is Eileen Harvey. Good work by Harvey. Not only did she deflect the crossing pass, she also kept control of it and has led this break for Rochester. Liang, Ashley with it. Goldfarb in the middle. Welker with a pop shot that Rochester will control. Spartans will get the throw in off to the side. 16:30 left. Case Western with a 2-1 lead. Addie Verdon and Ava Schmidt in for Rochester. Cece DePino back in for Case. Maggie Farah and Molly Shama back in also for the Spartans. Case Western will throw it in, and doing it is Ashley Liang. Quickly. How about one more time? Ball in the middle. Cece DePino. Oh, it got under McGuire. DePino with her second goal. How about that? DePino with the goal, 15-11 left in the game, and it's 3-1, home team. DePino with back-to-back goals for Case Western. Cece on the year, now with 8. That Spartan offense just wearing Rochester down. I mean, you wondered if it would happen, honestly, because Rochester has been outstanding, as expected. They've yet to lose this year, the Yellow Jackets. And there's still 14:30 left in this one. Anything can happen. Liang with it, trying to get it to Farah, stolen by Ferreira. Comes Rochester. Maggie Farah now has it for Case Western. That was Mueller with a long lead to Andy Silva. Silva far, far side of the field in front of her Case Western reserve teammates. Silva still with the ball in her foot. DePino. Boy, wouldn't it be unbelievable? CC DePino, if she gets another goal, anybody that's got a hat would have to throw it out on the field. DePino with 2 goals. CC number 8, a senior, having a day to remember here on her home field at DeSanto. Gutman, actually Goldfarb with it in the middle. Jamie tried to get it up to Maggie Farah. Now DePino with it off of her chest. CC pass. Farah with a long lead to space, but Rochester is just going to let it go out of bounds. They'll get it back. 12:25 left. Spartans up 3-1. We were tied 1-1 after a period. It was Rochester that struck first on a Natalie Santangelo goal, but since that time, Case Western has gone on a 3-0 run. Won by Ashley Liang on an assist from Probst. DePino with the second goal, assist again from Probst, and then DePino with her second goal just moments ago. In for Rochester, Femke Lottie. Lottie from Washington State. Fircrest, Washington. Sounds beautiful. That's Mackenzie Mueller on the far side of the field, number 11 for Case Western, just really earning her keep, playing great defense, keeping her opponent in front of her. Rochester out top. This will be Ferreira who will head this one out of bounds for the Yellow Jackets, so Case Western's going to get it. Julia Flynn back in for the Spartans. She'll replace Ashley Liang. Goldfarb. Jamie with the ball on her right foot launches one. Down the middle of the field, trying to chase it down is DePino. This is Andy Silva. Far left side, left foot shot, or not shot, centering pass. And it was almost perfect to Maggie Farah. Almost. Spartans have scored 3 unanswered. DePino with a break. Could it be 3? Great save. It wasn't DePino. Check that. I thought it was 8. It wasn't. Oh, it was Mueller. 11. What was I seeing? 11 looks nothing like 8. Number-wise. But what an opportunity. Sassauer's back in. Mackenzie Mueller will take the seat, so it's one senior for another. This is Sassauer, ball on her right foot. Trying to chase down the pass is Julia Flynn. Flynn right side, setting up that left foot lead to space, and a Yellow Jacket picks it off. Goldfarb going to run it down though. Jamie with it. Andy Silva, little backdoor pass almost to herself. DePino almost chased it down. Spartans will keep it. Izzy Probst comes in. We're at the 7:50 mark. 7:50 left in today's game. It's 3-1, Case Western Reserve. Coming the other way for Rochester. It's Sassauer really trying to steal it back for Case Western. Now DePino on the ball. Probst. Goldfarb coming up. Jamie using her physicality, and man, there is a tie-up. Goldfarb went down hard, and a card has been issued to Rochester. And Jamie's still down. That is not a good scene for this Spartan team because she is the leader of this team in a lot of ways. First and foremost, her toughness. So here's to hope, and it's just exhaustion and a hard hit and nothing else. No injury. Katsaru House brought out some water. Kinsley Gutman helping her teammate out as well. Coach Johnson's out there, and that's good news. Goldfarb is up and walking. So Jamie will leave the field, the senior out of White House Station, New Jersey. And with 7:08 left, Spartans are going to try to hold on to this 3-1 lead. They have not given up more than one goal at any point this year. They gave up one to Christopher Newport late. Christopher Newport tied the game 1-1. It ended in a tie. And then they gave up one to Mount Union in a game that was 4-0. And then the Purple Raiders scored a goal to make it 4-1. That's it. The goal that came in the 28th minute of this opening period from Rochester was only the third goal the Spartans have given up this season. This is Sassauer trying to run down that long lead pass. Now with it for Case with a left foot shot that goes right into the belly of Eleni McGuire. Kicking it for Case was Vivian Nora. Izzy Probst. And this is Kinsley Gutman that's going to chase it down in the corner. And not quite able.
Entering the game for Rochester, number 28, CC Vasello.
In for Rochester, their senior midfielder from Schnecksville, Pennsylvania, CC Vasallo. Gutman ball on her foot right in front of us. Julia Flynn going to try to get that before it gets out of bounds, and Julia will. Lead pass over the middle, and it sails over everybody. Pop shot by Silva, and up to get it is Eleni McGuire, the keeper for the Yellow Jackets. Just about 5 minutes left. Kunderin with it. Yellow Jackets trying to get some sort of look, some sort of opportunity. They're down 2 goals and they're running out of time. 4:20 left in this one. Rochester has not given up 3 goals all season long, looking at their schedule right now. So the Spartans have done a first. The most goals Rochester had given up in a single game this year was 2 to St. John Fisher in a game that Rochester won 3-2. Rochester has 5 shutouts this year in the 9 games that they've played. So what Case Western has done today is not the usual way it's gone for the Yellow Jackets. Probst again using your body to keep the defender off the ball, and whistle on Claudia Ferreira. She wrapped her arms around Izzy. If they were wrestling, she would have thrown her down. Inside 3 minutes to go. Spartans on their way to their 11th victory of the year. 11th victory in 12 games. Today was a test. Long shot, McGuire will save it. And with 2:30 left, I think say, without jinx, a test that Case Western has passed, and passed it well. This Rochester team, ranked 13th in the country, outstanding defensively. Coming in on a win streak. And the Spartans are going to handle them. 2 minutes away from it. Nice clear. Now it's a foot race. That was DePino that tried to get to it, and CC just may be out of breath. I mean, she has had a lot of work. The whole team has. Both teams. Hot day, active game. I mentioned it in the first period. Neither team was just sitting around creating space and having one pass lead to another. They were attacking the entire game since the start. If you saw the first 4 minutes, the young woman who just dove and sucked in that ball was Eleni McGuire, and she was on fire. And really, since that tone was set early, the back and forth, the attack, it has not stopped. So both of these teams have got to be exhausted. 25 seconds left. Spartans are going to win it. Ten seconds left, and that's going to do it. What a match. Case Western excited. Rochester disappointed. But both teams should be proud of the effort out there today. 83-degree day in early October on a field that probably felt like it was 105. And the Spartans come away a winner. Two of the top teams in the country, number 4, Case Western, number 13, Rochester. The final tonight, or the final this afternoon, Case Western with the win. They win it with 3 unanswered goals. They were down 1-0 after 28 minutes and then finished the rest of the game with 3 unanswered, and they knock off the Yellow Jackets of Rochester 3-1. Next up, a week from now, homecoming weekend, right back here at DeSanto. Spartans will host the number 5 ranked team in the country, the Bears of Washington University. Make sure if you can't be here for it at DeSanto, you tune in right here to watch it and listen to it. We'll bring